The only boxing journalist to cover you as an amateur. 3 years ago today, August 25th.
Wow, it is 3 years ago.
Your first fight. You just now realize that?
Someone told me that this was coming up, but now I just realized that it was today. You know, it's weird because I've been saying like, oh, I've been fighting for 4 years or something, and then I realized it's really actually only been 3 years. And to think that the level that this has gotten in 3 years is pretty absurd, pretty crazy. But this is my 3-year boxing anniversary. Wow.
On that night, you told me that boxing triggered a lion instinct in you, and you could do whatever you wanted. Now you stand at downtown Cleveland, your hometown, the biggest pay-per-view draw of a non-traditional boxer this Sunday. Talk to me about the emotional journey to this moment.
You know, there's been a lot of ups and downs in my life, and this means so much to me. I don't think it's fully hit me yet, what I'm doing and what I'm accomplishing. Everything's happened so fast. You know, I've fought however many times, 4 times now in the past 18 months, so I've been busy. I haven't really had time to reflect. That's why at the workout just now I was sort of just looking around, like this is the city that built me, crafted me into who I am, and I was trying to soak it all in because I don't think you live moments like this twice. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to come back to my city and have a massive fight and to put on an amazing show and to inspire the young kids here. So it's been a crazy journey, and I feel like it's so much has happened, but I also feel like I'm just starting.
And lastly, Jake, a moment like this, it doesn't come from most athletes. What is it that you consider yourself to be right now in Cleveland? Is it a fighter? Is it a celebrity? Is it a celebrity boxer?
I think just a hometown hero, you know? Not many kids, you know, make it out of this city and do big things. And I want to prove to them that they can. And I want to put on an amazing show, knock this guy out, and go down in the history books. You know, not many fights have happened in Cleveland. So hopefully we can make some history here, and this one can be remembered forever.
How confident are you feeling at the end of this weekend?
I quite literally couldn't be any more confident. You know, this is what I do it for. This is game time, show time. I love this part. This is the fun part. The hard work is done, and I know how good I am. I know how sharp I am, and I'm feeling better than ever.
I think when there's a guy like Tyron and his level of experience, it's almost impossible for him to not overlook you, right? Because he's been a world champion, so he's going to assume he's got that experience to beat you. Do you think it's even possible for him to really know how good you could be?
Yeah, look, I think that's a big detriment to him. The fact that he's a bit delusional. I think genuinely, just like his friend Ben Askren thought, oh, this is just a YouTuber. He can't be that good. And that will be a part of his demise. This is the toughest fight that Woodley has ever had. And I mean that on my mom's life. And I hope he trained like that, but my guess is that he didn't.
Jay, when you started in boxing, a few UFC events recently, have you thought about maybe inviting Dana White to this one?
You know, I don't think Dana would come, man. You know, we go back and forth at the end of the day. He's always talking about me. I'm always talking about him. He's trying to discredit what I'm doing. You know, one moment he loves Tyron Woodley and he's a 5-time UFC champ, and Dana White's saying he's the greatest welterweight ever. And then, boom, 12 months later, he sucks. Jake Paul's fighting him, blah, blah, blah. You know, so he's just trying to discredit anything that I do, which, of course, that's what I would do if I was in his position. He's a smart guy.
Where does that story end? Does that end with you fighting a UFC fighter who's currently on their roster?
I think it ends with me running into him in a club in Vegas and knocking him the fuck out.
Jake, when you started in boxing, where did you initially think your journey would go?
Not here. Not here, not this fast. I think my original goal was to fight Conor McGregor, to fight a Floyd Mayweather, because I knew that I would have a big enough pay-per-view draw to do those things. And that was what sort of motivated me. But now it's like, hey, I want to become world champion. I want to fight and beat Canelo. So this has been a fast, quick roller coaster ride, but I didn't expect it to be here. I just knew that I loved fighting, and I knew that I was good at it.
Would you rather, Jake? Would you rather face somebody like a Floyd then, or a Conor McGregor, or a Canelo, if ever an opportunity like that came up?
I think it'd be better, you know, face Canelo. You know, I think he's in his prime, and I seen what Yildirim, the Turkish warrior, did. He quits in the corner. that guy isn't nearly as athletic, as fast, as determined as I am. So why can't I go in there against Canelo?
Final one from me, obviously Tommy Fury on the card. A lot of talk about the pair of you if you'll ever meet. Will you be tuning in watching his fight?
I think it'll be on in the locker room while I'm warming up before my fight. He's fighting my sparring partner. I think it's going to be a good fight. I'm excited to see his skill. I'm excited to see how he performs under pressure. He's never been at a stage like this. He's never been in the U.S., and he's got a tough fight ahead of him.
Hey, Jake, that hit list that you put out, you added extra names like a Gervonta Davis. You put a nice tweet out there, based off the playing thing, but is that a thing both of you guys pay-per-view, Showtime fighters, or is that just kind of a little fun,
it could be a thing. It could be a thing. Who else is a big boxer out there that is becoming a household name, that is young, active, and can actually sell pay-per-views? So that's why I put his name on there. And I know I'll beat him, right? You saw what my brother did to Floyd. Gervonta's no Floyd. Look at the size difference. So, if Gervonta wanted that, he can get that any day of the week for sure.
Jake, were you surprised by Jorge Masvidal's prediction for this fight against Woodley?
I wasn't surprised by Masvidal. That he has the same managers as Woodley, and the guy's kind of an airhead. Like, let's be honest, Masvidal's not smart. Does anyone here listen to a Masvidal interview and go, wow, that guy is intellectual and he's a smart guy, and the way he talks, he's very well spoken. I don't think anyone says that. He's a street fighter gangster who got knocked the fuck out in his last fight, so maybe he's losing a couple of brain cells.
Jake, what do you think?
I would love to fight Masvidal. I think it could very, very much so happen.
Jake, so it's originally when you fought Ben Askren, he was all supporting and all stuff, and then you kind of just switched up. You put some tweets, kind of saying, all right, well, why did you change? You went from a supporter to now kind of discrediting and picking against you.
Ben Askren?
Oh no, Masvidal. He was he was rooting for you. You kind of had.
Look, hoes will be hoes, bitches will be bitches. If you want to switch up and act like that, one moment he's my friend, texting me saying, yo, let's train, yo, let's do a video together, yo, can you come to my bakery down the street, I want to do a little thing with you, and then oh snap, all of a sudden he wants to switch up. Cool. That's not how I was raised, not here in Ohio. If I'm your friend, I'm your friend, but if he wants to switch up, hoes will be hoes.
Where do you want Tyron to get his tattoo?
Oh man, I think he's going to get it on the bottom of his foot, but we have a tattoo artist coming to the fight, so he has no excuses.
Who's the tattoo artist?
Tattoo Baby.
Tattoo Baby?
Yeah. So she's world famous, one of the best tattoo artists, so I'm excited because I'm going to send her into his locker room after the fight.
Jake, I know you said Tyron's delusional. Do you think being at the top of the fight game period, you need to be delusional to a degree? Because people would hear you calling out Canelo and they'd call you delusional.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. And I think I am definitely partially delusional with how confident I am in my ability. Confidence is different than, underestimating somebody. I saw that with Ben Askren. He underestimated me. He came in and wasn't prepared. And by the way, show me who your friends are, and I'll show you who you are. So Ben Askren and Tyron Woodley are hanging out. They're buddies. If Ben's an idiot, Tyron's an idiot. That's the way I look at it.
Hey, did you get a chance to see the Pacquiao fight? Just curious, because I know you're a big boxing fan, big boxing fan.
Yeah, I saw it. Ugas fought an amazing fight, and Father Time catches up to these people. You see it with Mayweather. You see it with Pacquiao now. And Ugas was prepared, man, and was counter-punching, throwing that overhand right, not letting Pacquiao get off. So credit to him, and, Pacquiao's still a legend. He's one of my inspirations. I love the guy. I wish him nothing but the best, but, sometimes you got to hang it up.
Jake, is the hat just a Disney kid? Is that something to remind you of your past at all, or is it just more of a marketing type of thing?
A little bit of both. A little bit of a troll. It's just like Tyron saying, this is just a Disney kid. He thinks I'm saying it as an excuse so that if he beats me, I could just be like, oh, I'm just a Disney kid. It's not at all. It's just because I think it's hilarious. I posted a video today wearing a face mask with pigtails. I'm just an idiot. I don't know. I'm just having fun, trolling, making fun of the fight game. Everyone takes it too seriously and tries to be so macho. I'll walk out to the damn fight with a fucking dress on and a tutu and beat his ass.
Hey Jake, what do you make of the physique of Tyron in terms of coming into a boxing match? I'm kind of curious to pick your brain on that.
He looks good. He looks in shape. The six-pack is back. you know, he looks good. We'll see. He looks like he's coming in 195, 200. That's what he's walking around at. So we're both going to cut down to 190 for this. And he looks powerful, strong. He looks like he has that muscle. So we'll see, you know.
How much do you weigh now?
I'm walking around at like 199, 198 right now.
A lot of people have stated that when you come in with that much muscle, it's not good for boxing. Are you guys kind of thinking that he might have conditioning issues in the fight?
You know, muscle doesn't win fights, of course. You know, he has had fatigue issues in the past. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I hope he trained to go hard 8 rounds. Like, I'm pushing the pace. Like, I'm not the type of fighter to just, like, sit there and chill out. I'm pushing the pace. I'm going to take him, and I'm going to drown him.
All right, 2 more guys.
Hey Jake, on the All Access, you know, a lot of times people view you as a villain, but you know, you've shown a lot of like who you are, and obviously it seems that you like playing to entertain, but obviously, you know, you want to be appreciated, and some people might discredit the Tyron Woodley fight as always. But like, is your ultimate goal is to like also be viewed as like a legit fighter, and be loved and appreciated, you know, outside just a villain?
Yeah, you know, I think that'd be cool. I'm just gonna be me, and people can turn it in and, you know, see and interpret it however they want to interpret it. But I'm always going to be me. I'm having fun, and I think the people, the legends, the OGs, the smart ones, you know, the Mike Tysons, the Evander Holyfields, the Charlo brothers, they've all shown me love. They've all shown me respect. They've all sort of taken me under their wing. And, you know, the boxing community, I think, will see that, okay, this kid is just doing it a little bit differently, but I respect it. I want boxing to take over MMA, the NFL, the NBA. We want violence. You know, everything's getting soft. In football, you can't hit to the head. You can't hit below the knees. What the fuck is that? We want violence. This generation is all about authenticity, and everything's going down, getting more boring, and fighting's getting more exciting.
All right, thanks, Jake.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Jay.